Hi FlossTube! It's Stitchuation Normal, episode 2, and I'm Kathleen. Welcome back, everyone that has come back. I hope you all had a great week. I did. I was so overwhelmed in a good way with all of the comments you left and the subscribes, whichever you say, however you say. Now I'm scared this episode isn't gonna live up to the first episode, but hopefully it does. There were lots of really nice comments, so I wanted to read through some of them before we get started. Marilyn Perlman said to keep my DMC 317 as a good luck charm. We remember. Oop, there's the 317. Maybe I'll put it in my car on the rear view mirror, like let it hang there as a good luck charm. But people would probably think that's pretty strange, but if I do it, I'll post on my Instagram, which is at Stitchuation Normal, but we'll see. Stay tuned for this. SoCal Stitcher said to use my pillow wrapper. You remember I thought I bought Ada cloth. It was not Ada cloth, it was a pillow wrapper. She said to use that as a large project bag for when I'm using rods. I'm not there yet, but I love that I have that option if I start to get into the larger projects, which who knows? I'm so new, who knows where I'm gonna go. Kathy Eggleston said, oh, she's a fellow Kathleen, but she goes by Kathy, so shout outs to the Kathleens out there. She's given me permission to use Snafu freely. Really, she just said I don't need to avoid it, but I'm taking that as permission to just use it whenever I want, so thanks, Kathy. Deborah McKenzie, she said that she made the same Leisure Arts jar, the mom with the flower lid cover, that I did 20 years ago. So if that doesn't tell you that it's a timeless piece, I don't know what is. So good job, Leisure Arts. And also, I'll say it every time, I love Leisure Arts. My sister makes fun of me because I've said that a lot, and she doesn't really know much about stitching, but she doesn't even watch. Maybe she'll watch this episode. Diane Dugan says you pronounce it skein, because remember I didn't remember how to say it, or I didn't know how to say it. So skein with a long A. Thank you. I will remember that now, the long A. There were lots of comments about the bib that my mom made for me. And when my sisters watched, they were like, how did you get the bib so clean for the video? And I didn't know what they were talking about, but they only remember the bib just covered in food all the time. So I guess I was a messy baby, and they were impressed that it held out. So they don't make bibs like they used to, I guess. And the last thing, some of my Facebook friends, I shared my video on my Facebook, and some of them were inspired to whip out their old WIPs. Well, I hope they were. They said they were gonna check on their WIPs. I'm saying whip out your WIPs. So Tanya, Rachel, Jeannie, did you whip out your WIPs? If you're watching, answer. If anyone else whipped out a WIP, I want to know about it. And lastly, with the comments, a lot of people said they made mistakes, which was good to know that I am in good company. We all make mistakes, just like in life. And I couldn't help but notice the parallel with stitching in life, and mistakes really, because everyone makes mistakes and we don't need to keep track of them. And the most important thing is that we learn from them, and sometimes we can fix them quicker than others. Sometimes it's easier to fix than others. Sometimes we notice them quicker than other mistakes, but I think the most important thing is to learn and grow from them, and I'm sure learning a lot and growing a lot with my stitching, and I'm going to try and do that with life too. So before I move on, I want to share another piece that my mom made. Maybe I'll call this segment Mom's Minute. It actually works in line kind of with, it wasn't really a mistake, but this is our family tree. I'll kind of put it closer, I'll angle it this way. Families are forever. This is my grandparents down here on both sides, and then my parents, and then us kids. So I'll kind of hold this up. So I have 5 siblings, there's 6 of us in my family, and when my mom made this, she was done having kids, and it did not include my sister and I, and that really bothered her. because there wasn't space mapped out, I guess, in the chart for us. And so she just folded it up, put it in a box. It was in there for maybe 30 years. Until maybe 4 years ago, she took it out and she thought, I'm gonna add them in. So she put me right up here and my sister. So we're just like, we're kind of coming out of the bird's butt, I guess, but we're part of that tree. Maybe we're coming out of this leaf here. So this is not something that I grew up with in my house. It is a recent finish of hers, I guess you could say. Recent, it was like 4 years ago, but still. And I'm so glad she fixed it, or went rogue on the chart, I guess you could say, because I love seeing this. I love seeing our family tree, literally and in the stitch, and I love the little story behind the stitch. She thought her family was done, and then surprise, me and my sister. So that's what you do. Sometimes you don't know what to do right away. Sometimes it takes 30 years, and then you know what to do. So that's my mom's piece. I don't know what pattern it was. I will ask her if she knows. I'll post it in the description, but I'm gonna move on to my finishes. So I have my first FFO, which I didn't know what that was until yesterday, which is a fully finished object. It's not quite actually fully finished because I don't know what to do with it, okay? It's my Christmas stitch along piece that I did from the October, November, December 2019. This is what I've done with it right now, but I don't know, okay? So this is a tray from the thrift store. I spray painted it. I put this on with magnets. Okay, here's the snafu that happened with just trying to finish this. I was going to do magnets to hold it on, like Priscilla and Chelsea, right? They do that. So I stuck this on sticky board, and then I cut out just a piece. This is just glittery scrapbooking material. And I got it all ready, and I go to stick the magnet on, and it's not sticking. And I'm like, did the spray stop that? What happened? Oh, and this is Rust-Oleum spray in the cream, which it has a bit of a yellow hue to it, not much. Anyways, I was like, what is going on? And then I realized this is a copper tray, so it is not magnetic. So I have a magnet here on the back, and then I put a magnet on, whoops, there it goes. I have like a little tiny magnet on there. So that's how it's, I don't know what I'm gonna do now, but for now it's like this. So I don't know if I should do this little bow. I didn't really want to go digging around in all my Christmas stuff because Marie Kondo hasn't visited in a while, and my house, my basement is a little disorganized. So I have like something big like this. What do we think? Do we think big, like a bigger piece on it, or just like minimalistic, like just little red bow kind of? I don't know. I don't know what to do. So I'm asking for your opinion. Please, in the comments below, let me know. Like, if it's a full Pinterest board explaining what to do, please post that. Like, I'm learning. I need help though. So also, I'm gonna zoom in. I put the little beads on finally. So I didn't have these beads in the tree to be like the little Christmas lights, and they come out all along here. I think they look so cute. I had bought beads from the dollar store. They weren't glass, they were plastic, so I was a little hesitant, but then I thought maybe I'll just steal them out of that Mill Hill kit that I have. So I did, and now I'm a little bit worried that the Mill Hill kit won't have enough beads when I go to do that one, but that'll be a problem for future Kathleen. How about that? So yes, so this is my first FFO, sort of. I want to wait till the stores have some Christmas stuff too, so I can kind of take a peek. But here, just in case I didn't show it close enough. So there, yeah, that's my first FFO. I have a finish as well. Oh, and that was by Susan Penny, and I'll post in the description all the details for that one. So here is my finish, my Halloween piece, Happy Haunting by Maria Diaz. It was in the October 2019 CrossStitcher. I did all the back stitching. I finished the cats. They weren't finished last time, my cute little cats. If you're wondering why they look so authentic, it's because there's real cat fur stitched into them. Compliments of my cat Mew, who wouldn't leave this piece alone. Yeah, I'm thinking about maybe talking to DMC and having them patent an authentic pet line of floss. Just kidding, that's really gross. Patent pending, don't try and steal my idea. But just kidding, because that is kind of gross, maybe. I wasn't looking forward to doing this back stitching, so I kind of put it off, but I loved doing the back stitching on these skulls, these glow in the dark skulls. That and the bottle, it really made it come to life. All of this is glow in the dark, all the white in there is glow in the dark, and oh, I put my initials in. They were a little bit bigger than I wanted to, so right here we've got the KK, and I put the year over here. I just copied the 2020 from the stitch along the Christmas wreath in the last one, and yeah, I'm excited to finish this. Again, I don't have a whole lot of access to Halloween stuff, so maybe I'll wait till closer to Halloween to really deck it out, but I have a few ideas that I can try, so maybe I'll try that for my next video. I'll try finishing that FFOing. Do we say FFOing? I don't know. So I have a new WIP. It is from this old girl, I reference it all the time, the October 2019 issue of CrossStitcher Magazine. I am doing, it's kind of shiny. Ooh, where is it? I'm doing this one. Can we see? Where's the camera? There we go. Okay, let's see. It is a TV. Whoop, that's my finger. I'm trying to just... It's a TV pillow. I'm not going to make it into a pillow, but I do want to hang it on my wall. It's coming along a little. This is what I've done so far, is this corner of the TV frame essentially. So there's two different DMC browns that are working here. This is 14 count Ada in pewter, and I've got all the called for threads. I'm going to show you actually. I have them all in this bag. So this is a bag my mom gave me, but it was hers. It has her name kind of stitched in there. Friends are forever. One of her very good friends, she's not related to us, but I grew up calling her Aunt Orlean. She made this for my mom when my mom was stitching. So I'm thinking probably the 80s for this one. And it's got like all these, they're like Ziplocs, but they're heavy duty Ziplocs. These are not your regular rip apart Ziplocs, but they are a little harder to zip up. So I just put all my floss for this project in here, and there's like a little zipper here, so I keep my scissors in there, and I love it. I think it's really cute. I love that it was a friendship bag, and my Aunt Arlene has passed away, so she's not around anymore, so I like having little memories of her, and because she was a big part of growing up, we spent a lot of time there with her, and she was a great friend to my mom and our family, of course. So this is where I put all my floss. I organized them all in there, which I really like having it organized like that. Before I just had them all in the bottom of a Ziploc, which I think is pretty normal, but yeah, so I put them in there. The TV it's not a problem. As I say that, that's what someone with a problem would say, but I love TV. I've always loved TV. I'm very visual and auditory, and I just love watching a good show, which is why I haven't finished working, or I didn't do any stitches on that family that I showed last time, so I feel a bit bad about that. That's because, okay, I'm passionate about cross-stitching, but I'm also very passionate about a show on Netflix called Dark. It's probably my favorite show. It's a time travel show. I am a sucker for a time travel show, but this is the smartest time travel show ever. It's in German though, so it's dubbed, but I still read the subtitles, which is why I can't stitch while it's on. So I just didn't have as much time because I was watching the first and second season again out of excitement and to get ready, because it's a very intricate show. There's a lot, it's heavy. I would not recommend it to people who have issues with violence or murder or nudity, any of those things, because that is in this show. But I spent my entire Saturday watching the new season, the final season, because it dropped on Saturday. And we had a little watch party at my sister's house. We're allowed to gather here in Ontario up to 10 people, and you're also allowed to have a 10-person bubble. My sister and my cousin were there. They are not in my bubble, so we each had our own couch, and we literally spent the entire day watching it, and it was so good. I will insert an embarrassing clip of me watching the show that my cousin took when I didn't know she was making a video of me. Put that here. Pew. Wait, who did she just shoot? And yeah, you can see that I'm really into dark. I love that show. And like I said, if you like a good time travel show, you're not gonna find one better than this show. So sad that it's over, but, and my mom also never liked how much TV I watched, but I learned a lot from TV. And let's just say as a teenager, my mom never wondered where I was. I was always up in my room watching TV. So maybe that's why I'm socially awkward. Maybe that's why I'm Stitchuation normal, ironically. Okay, so stash. Okay, so I went to my first shop, kind of. I wasn't really able to go in. This was last week. Does it say their name on it? Okay, well, what the heck am I showing you this for? Thanks for visiting. Come again soon. Okay, well, I'll just tell you the name of the shop. It is Magic Hour Cross Stitch. It's in Niagara Falls, Ontario. And Donna and Serena run it and own it. They are fantastic. They are amazing. I was not able to go in. Like I said, this was about a week and a half ago, and they were not open yet, but they were doing curbside pickup, and they were helping me pick out all sorts of stuff from outside and at a distance. I got some floss for my TV project, and I didn't even tell you what that project's called. That one, I told you what it's in the CrossStitcher Magazine, but it is called Tuned In, and I'll post this in the description, of course. Tuned In by Emma Congdon. So, okay, now back to this. Now, I'm at Magic Hour Cross Stitch, and that's where I got my pewter Ada. They have lots of different fabrics. They have every floss, DMC. I shouldn't say they have every floss, but they have every DMC. They have lots of different flosses. Again, I didn't go in. I would love to go in. I'm gonna go in soon. And my mom has never had a needle minder, and she lost her needle. So I went and picked her up some needles, and for me as well, because I've only used kit needles. So I wanted to try maybe a better needle. So I got some DMC needles, and I got my mom a needle minder. It's a daisy. When I go like that, it's me like blasting the photo into the video. I don't know. Okay, I need to calm down. And it was so cute. So she has that so she doesn't lose her needle. And I picked up some fabric because I've never stitched on anything outside of Ada. I've only ever stitched on Ada, and same as my mom. So I bought a full yard of 25 count, well, here it is. I guess I could just show it to you. Right here, 25 count, full yard, like I didn't know how much a yard was, but I was like, let's do the yard. So here we go. This is my fabric. Okay, so yeah, 25 count, it's cream, I believe, yeah. And it is Lugana. So I bought this, and my mom, like I said, she's never stitched on anything other than Ada. And when she asked me how much it was, and it was very reasonably priced, do not get me wrong. But she thought that was a lot because, like I said, she's used to stitching on Ada and not really larger pieces. And I don't know. I was talking to her and I were having a heavy duty stitch talk, and my sister was there and filmed me without my knowledge. I get filmed without my knowledge a lot, but I guess, I don't know. They think it's funny. It is kind of funny. So here's a video of me and my mom talking about the fabric. She thought that it cost a lot and I didn't. Here's the video.
You did that to me. It was outrageous.
It's not outrageous, Mom. It's actually a really good price for it, but it's a fancy material that I want because I want to do a fancy piece. Are you recording? And you'll notice I say fancy a lot. I think I said it 4 times. Fancy material for a fancy project. I can't remember what I said, but anyways, I want to have this fabric so that if I want to switch it up and do something a little nicer than Ada, I don't know, I don't know. I see everyone doing it, I want to try it. I got a full yard to try it, so that's a lot of stitching to do there. But I bought it with intention. I did order something. It's probably in the mail right now, so I'll be able to show you that in my next video, which is exciting. But that yeah, that was my mom and me, and yeah, it was not overpriced. It was a great price. It was fine. So the rest of my stash, I bought, so this is my old scrapbook actually, but I bought this. It's a shop. It's from my hometown actually, St. Catharines, Ontario. That's where they are. But I bought it off Etsy. It's their Pixel People and Back to the Future, obviously, because I love time travel, as we know, and I love Back to the Future. I watched that so many times when I was younger. This is Wee Little Stitches. I'll put it just in the description, their shop and everything. So I got that for myself. I got this one for my best friend. I'll stitch that. She watches, so surprise, Sam. I'm gonna stitch this for you. I don't know when, but watch out, it's coming. And then I got this one, Adventure Time, for my husband. He doesn't really watch. I don't think he finished my video, so surprise if you did, Brad. And this one for Brad as well. Goonies, Never Say Die. He loves the Goonies. I like the Goonies too, but that was like a family movie for him growing up. Like, they watched the Goonies and they love the Goonies, and it's a great movie, so I don't blame them. But that was my other, oh, I forgot. Okay, so the same day that I got my fancy material for a fancy piece, I was at my mom's. That was the first time I got to go to my mom's and like inside her house in months. So it was so nice to be there. She's not in my bubble. We're not in anyone's bubble. But anyways, that doesn't matter. We still visit at a distance. And in the video, you can see me kind of folding all sorts of things, and there's like a zebra box. So while I was at my mom's, she had to take a call, so I hopped on Facebook Marketplace. I live about 45 minutes north of where my mom lives, and she lives right by Niagara Falls. So that's why I went to visit her after I was at the shop in Niagara Falls. And I went on Marketplace and I saw, I'll show this picture. That's me putting a picture in, right? Of this huge stash for $50. And it was about 20 minutes away from my mom's place. So we drove and we got it. It had so much DMC floss in it. It had some Anchor floss too, and some other floss that wasn't like a name brand floss, but still, like, for my nieces to learn to stitch, if they want to stitch, I can pass that to them, or I don't know, doesn't matter. Maybe I'll put one of those, remember when we used to not braid our hair, but we would like do the hair wraps? Maybe I'll just start hair wrapping again. Anyways, so what I'm folding in there was part of it. Oh, just all sorts of materials, some patterns. It was so exciting and so fun. So we were going through all that when my sister made that video of me and my mom. Yeah, thanks Shelly from Welland. You made my day that day. So that was also part of my stash. And then my last little bit of stash, I picked up, okay, you know I love Leisure Arts. Is this a Leisure Arts? Yes, this is Leisure Arts. I picked this up at a secondhand store for 50 cents. Aunt Verdi's Porch. I don't know what it is. I think it's the quilt I like about it. I like the old feel to it. I don't know. So I bought this. I was for 50 cents. I just might do it. Oh wait, they're all good. I don't know. This is book 2. So apparently there's Aunt Verdi's Porch. Everyone that's older than me is gonna know that I'm just saying this wrong. But this is, I guess Aunt Verdi's Porch is a line, because there's a whole bunch of them. So this is book 2. So I really like this. I might stitch this one day. Another Leisure Arts. I think I might have all the mini motifs now. I don't know, like, I think these are so cute. So, and this one, I couldn't resist this one. It is all color inside. I'm not gonna show you inside. This one was 50 cents as well. And it is just so cute. It's the Family Heritage samplers. So you can make your own sampler, and it has so much in it. It's so cute. The only problem is these have a bit of a mildew smell to them. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. My husband plays Magic the Gathering, and he does a lot with the cards. That's like a card game, I don't know. I won't even try to explain it because I'll explain it wrong. But he says that when they find cards with mildew, they put them in a box with baking soda. So if anyone has any recommendations on what to do, should I stick these in a box with baking soda, baking powder, the odor one, whatever the odor one is, or if you know a tried and true method, please tell me, because like this was also one and it stinks, and I really want to do this cute as a bug one. I don't think I would put cute as a bug in, but I definitely love this ladybug and I want to do this ladybug. This is Stitcher's World, May 2001. Like, but it, yeah, it's a little, I don't know. I didn't need to sniff it in front of you all, but sometimes I can't help myself. So yeah, if you have any tips, please leave them in the comments for me because I will try it. The last thing I want to talk to you about is the FlossTubers that I've been watching. So I found two that are fairly new because I like to watch things in order. I don't like spoilers. And so I'm kind of overwhelmed watching FlossTubers that have a bunch of videos. So I found two newer Stitchers. One is Georgia Girl Stitching with Megan, and she's in the States and she's so cute. Her mom comes on in I think her second episode, and they have a lot of stitchy stories. They're fun. So I like to watch her. I watched all of hers already actually. And she is, I think she's a doctor. And then the other one is Xstitch, like cross stitch. Again, I'll put these in the description, but Xstitchmd, and it's Shiloh, and she is also a doctor. So they are actually stitchy friends now because of FlossTube. And Shiloh stitches a lot of larger pieces. She loves the Quakers, so I love seeing all that because I am not there, but I enjoy and appreciate them. So they're both really fun. So I'm only a couple episodes in on Shiloh, but check them out. I'll post them in the description. And I think that's everything for today. I probably missed stuff and I'll be upset that I didn't include it in the video, but I think we covered a lot this episode, and I was just so excited to make another episode, and I was just so excited that I've got some new stitchy friends. I'm reading the comments, I'm trying my best to respond, and I already have some new friends in the comments, so watch out, friendship. I'm coming and I'm stealing all the friendships. Can you steal friendships? Okay, I need to stop talking. All right, so check me out on Instagram. It's @StitchuationNormal, and this is episode 2, as I said. It's June 29th. I'll say the date just because maybe in the future I'll be like, when was this? When did I make this? So we've got Canada Day coming up. We've got the end of Pride just happened, or is happening, maybe tomorrow I think. And we've got Independence Day for our American friends coming up this week. So happy to everyone, and happy stitching especially. Feel free to subscribe if you like my videos. Leave a comment below, please, with advice or with stories or with anything. And episode 2, I did it. So I will see you next time, and keep stitching your stories. Wait, who did she just shoot?